Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the June episode of Super Monthly Jam, where we arrange tunes requested by you guys live on stream. So this month we're going to be covering the music from Chocobo Mystery Dungeon 2. And next month we will be playing the music from FF9. So if you want to know more about SMJ, head over to Patreon.
So lately we've heard some confusion with Patreon, so we thought we'd just clear that up for all you guys. Basically, the way Super Monthly Jam is working this year is anyone at the Platinum tier, so anyone pledging $20 per month, gets live access to the show and all the other rewards in the tiers below. For those at the Silver tier, so I believe Silver tier is $10, you can actually submit game suggestions for us to cover in SMJ, and anyone that is entry-level patron can vote on which games that we are going to do. So the people at entry-level don't get to suggest the games, but you get to pick by the choices which our Silver tier have suggested. So that's basically how Super Monthly Jam is going to work for the rest of the year. And yeah, let's kick it off. So I think the first tune we're going to do is Advance CID Mariner or Sid
Mariner.
Yeah, Sid Mariner. All right, cool.
All right. So just a bit of a preface before, like as I was doing the charts for this, a lot of the soundtrack is kind of, I noticed two things. It's very orchestral, like sound effecty, even though it's probably, we didn't confirm it, but it's probably from the PlayStation era. So
PlayStation, Game Boy. I'm pretty sure. Game Boy Advance, I think, were the two platforms.
Gotcha.
Oh, right. I think.
Yeah. And secondly, harmony is really interesting. Like, there's a lot of like whole tone and diminished stuff throughout most of the soundtrack. Maybe not so much in. Oh no, you'll hear it in all of the tracks, but something which will be really interesting to interpret for us as a jazz band. So cool. We'll just try first. Maybe Mark, like just as for the side, we just like play March.
Yeah.
20th Century Fox March. Kidding.
I'll cue you when to come in.
Yeah.
Just come on bar 3.
Yeah, I'll come in at the quavers because screw the semis. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I got confused with the bass clef. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, which line am I going to?
All right, so
what a weird tune.
Yeah, well, this whole game is gonna be very interesting. But I actually wanted to take on some of these. This is one of the more popular tracks in the actual thing as well. So
yeah, hectic.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see like where we can go from it. Last time we did something that was kind of marchy. It was Happy Kingdom.
Well, yeah, I mean, my thoughts went immediately to that tune and that arrangement that we did. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out on our YouTube, Happy Kingdom, Super Mario RPG.
Well, what are we thinking? What's the initial thoughts? What are you feeling?
Okay, initial thoughts is like, if I had a mad synth and like, I'm just thinking of like very liquidy neuro, like all see that like, but then like having it. I'm just imagining the whole thing a lot faster.
I'm imagining Noah like with that synth sound.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
dude.
you've got me in overtime.
Oh,
Yeah. Banger of a tune.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick. But because I was gonna say like, this needs to be like funk or something, or like some really left of field style that would not typically go with like this. I don't know. Like I just feel like
Yeah.
there's no way we're gonna do this. Like, there's no way we're gonna arrange this in a way that it's similar to the original. I think, unless like we pull in all the effects and all the orchestra and all that jazz.
Especially with like all the stuff that's very like whole tony, like there's no way. I mean, not that there's no way, but then like imagine that over like a jazz ballad, dude, like.
Yeah, heck no to jazz on this.
Yeah, so I feel like this is something that we would look at the chart. There's like a couple of places where there's melodies, like there's some very clear melodies where we could like that's the main thing we riff to. But I didn't get to see him, but I know a lot of my friends went to see Herbie, right? Recently, Herbie Hancock. And there's a lot of his tunes, Watermelon Man, Actual Proof, all this stuff where people could, like Butterfly, where it'd sound like the whole thing's in space, but the only thing that brought it back was like just hearing, I was Butterfly, you know. But then it's kind of this like vortex. So instead of having a tune where it's traditionally like, the sectional, we take influences from each line, but then the main melody is your main like thing that takes it back, because like. Like that's the main theme, but then all this like whole tone stuff, like it's not memorable. Like I don't think most of the tune is memorable enough for a musical context for what we want to do. It might be memorable in the game because I don't know what it lines up with graphically, but this like.
That to me is very effectsy. That bit. I feel like that would be like a potential like outro into something, or like some or like a random throw in to break things up. I don't know. Like
do bap, and then into something else.
Well, actually, it's actually does that like it's on the chart. There's at the end of the whole tone thing. Like there's like a drum snap usually in it.
Yeah, right.
Which is really funny. But see, like if you look at the charts, there's like bar 22 has like it's just a whole tone scale. But then like something like that could be super. That they're really good bridging sections for. Like imagine if that was like, a bridging section from melody to melody, like taking little fragments of how this song works and then using that as like little breakdowns.
Transition.
And then you just copy paste whatever type of breakdown or transition. Do we want a transition? If you want gen, look at previous episodes.
Oh man, I love the comment on that. Wow, now I understand what gent is. It's great.
So I feel like what we should come up with, I know it's been more talking, which is like how we would want to play the melody first, and then figure out ways to bridge into and out of the melody. But I'm digging the Noah style of things.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna work, especially with this type of like what you've been saying with like play like that high energy stuff over the melody, and then we can have all those short weird phrases as transitions and stuff like that. It's gonna fit well, I think.
Or even like it's like building up into like, and then like full band cut, and then just like I don't know, like unison like sax synth or like guitar synth, like just like with with hectic effects. If it's like builds up to this, and then like kind of like like when they do in Noah, when they do in overtime, like in the YouTube clip, you know, there's like these stupid cuts into like you know, stupid sax line,
enter sax solo or whatever. Yeah. No, I'm down for that. Cool.
Should we try? So I'm assuming melody's 5, yeah.
Yes.
Like should we try that just simply with like, you know, sped up and then with like hectic drums?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So from 5, which is the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and like also just on the harmonic side of things, I know this will come down to me. Everything is just so, it's just triad stuff.
Yeah.
So like this for the type of music, if we want that like kind of chaotic stuff, good idea is just like to like polychords, chords that on top of one another. So I don't know if there's a C. Like just trying different combinations. Anyway, I'll have to experiment for now's sake.
Yeah.
And see where we go.
Yeah. Well,
you pick your tempo, Mark.
We'll just go for it. Well, that was a good tempo. Because it's like all crotches and quavers, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Keep looping it again. That works very functionally, but what I think we should we won't get it exactly for today, but whatever the groove is like what the stabs are as well.
Yeah.
So like your kick, snare, kick. Whatever we decide.
Yeah.
Will be like the whole vibe of the. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how great.
What if we'll just come up with a pattern for now, just see if we can stick with it and see where the melody sits on top of that. But
yeah.
It's I'm mostly on beat except for that first phrase at 6. And then the last quaver is always off. Yeah, every 2 bars. If that helps.
I want
Too simple?
No.
Yeah, come on. Just think as cooked as you can.
I'm a big fan of what's it? Like I'm a big fan of like bass on the 2E and ah. Like so like I'm like because Yellow Jackets do it in Matinee Idol like like so like they have the boom.
But then at the time
and then yeah.
Well, that's basically what we've been doing, wasn't it?
But then the thing I want is like the second bar to have no one kick, you know, boom, boom, come, boom. So it sounds like it's an extended. Play again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll give you 8 so you know that it's 2 bars.
Yeah, that'll do for now. It's not too simple, but not too complex.
Yeah.
Play it again.
5, 6, 7, 8.
like crazier groove ideas better.
Oh yeah.
So you know your second snare, boom, ka, boom, boom, ka.
Yep.
Can you do it just kick instead of it?
Boom, ka, boom, boom, boom.
Yep. Because then what I think, so sometimes bands do this is because like you know kick is lower, snares higher.
Yeah.
So then if we had a bass and guitarist, the bass would hit all the bass drum notes, and then the snare would hit, like the quarters
guitar,
would hit all the snares things. So
Yeah.
then what happens is because that now sounds a bit displaced, like the bass and the drums sound like they're we kind of lose a sense of the one, but like
Yep.
will kind of be the
Oh, how's it go? Boom,
Boom,
cha,
ka,
boom,
boom,
boom, da.
But
Oh, I can't remember the original group now.
Ka, boom, 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 ka.
Oh, is that how it went? Boom. It was. It was. I'm missing a bass drum.
Boom, ka, boom, 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 ka, boom, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. No, that's starting to like.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like that could still be an intro of something.
Yeah,
like.
for sure. 100% that's intro.
Yeah. Just
So
like.
what's that tempo? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. I can't do it. All on the like. It's all genty stuff. So then, like, maybe if you keep just 4 on the floor.
Yeah.
And then, like, the others are just like. So for the
For that line, I was thinking like band cut.
Oh.
Yeah. Ah shit. Like hold it.
Oh.
And then yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right? So like you have this like cooks thing and then like band cut.
Oh, whoa.
All right. All the fusion cooked ideas are coming. Okay, so we've established, because like I think we're going for a groove bass, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
you know how this groove at the beginning is like.
Yeah.
Cut. And then as soon as he does that, like, it's just like a very subtle like you cue in the like.
What a troll.
Dude, oh man, I need to show you Brekkie Boy, like their latest album. They do this cover of 1,000 Miles.
I think you did show it to us
I've
last
seen
time.
live snippets of that.
Oh man.
Shout out to Brekkie Boy.
Oh,
Go check him out.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking
Wow.
where they just have this
Yeah, just straight and explode onto it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I know we haven't. Yeah, all right. Let's have a quick try and then we'll move on to
Okay.
Yeah.
next year, because
We could stay on this for the whole app.
I think the whole episode of SFJ is like, all right, we screwed the other 2 songs. This is it. All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many
Yeah.
beats is it gonna be?
Oh yeah, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Try
okay.
that one more time.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
half of that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, if I was the beat.
How's the beat?
There's the beat go.
All right. So just imagine what we'll do. We might edit the highlights so we get this, and then copy paste the
Yeah.
Copy paste groove.
copy paste groove. How's it
Wow, I
going?
completely forgot.
I don't remember.
But
Luckily, it's
Oh,
a,
1 2 ender.
but
Dude,
yeah, but yeah,
I
it's
can already
hectic,
see
hectic.
where it's gonna go from here.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
This hectic.
Where did this come from?
All right, first tune of the day.
Like it.
Yeah.
Like it and subscribe to it. All right,
Wow.
Tim, you want to announce?
Oh yeah. So track number 2 is gonna be, give me 1 second. Imp Robo Boss Battle. So yeah, man. So this is one of those tunes that has a lot of diminished harmony, which will be good fun. Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll just try it vanilla, and
Okay.
I'll count you in, but just very A section like rock,
Mm.
and then the B section. Oh yeah, it's just rock.
Okay.
All right, ready? I'll play the intro and then come in on.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just come in.
Double.
Yeah, I actually really like this. It's weird, but like
yeah, it's sick, but yeah, fuck. Far out, man.
Yeah, right.
I really like it heavy. Yeah, it sounds cool. Like, I mean, I know we're a jazz band, but like,
It just sits, yeah.
man, it just felt cool, like doing arpeggios and making that.
Well, where do
But
we go from
Where
here?
do the Consouls take it?
Mm.
What time signature are you thinking, huh?
No. I'm actually thinking groove wise. I don't know if I wanna like speed it up or slow it down. Is where my head's at the moment.
You like the tempo where it is?
I kind of am thinking like a fat like like slightly slowed down, like half time, like really big kind of like instead of like like not necessarily half time, but like slightly slower, so you can kind of have that like kind of like just like I don't know how to explain it.
Like the spine.
Yeah, I guess like the spine. Yeah. Yeah.
So the spine is not a tune you guys have seen yet, but we did cover it in last season's SMJ for a transistor.
Yeah. I'm thinking like really like big, like heavy, like yeah. But then it's like too similar to what we did just previously, like fusion rock kind of.
Okay, you know what I am thinking now? I'm not sure if I want this for the head, right? But I'm thinking like big drums and overblown sax, just the two of you.
Oh yeah.
Because like it's all diminished and there's like so many stuff where like 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 it's like kind of the mix, and then like me and Gamra would just like come in like little like hitty like it's kind of groove where like you're like just smashing it, and like he takes the sexy sax tone, but because it's diminished it just sounds demonic.
You try it.
For 13, I'm assuming, like that diminished section.
No, even I was thinking even the head, like the A section at least.
Oh, the A section.
For the diminished section, because like you have as much flexibility to make it like.
Yeah, right. As much flexibility to make it.
With either lines and timing, but like the big thing that I want to hear is like a super harsh, rough tone over like slammy drums. If we go like, that's how I hear it. If it was like slowed down, because it's like when we did this collab for Brains, this just like how you like over like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that overblown kind of sound. Okay. Like Soil and Pimp.
Yeah.
Soil and Pimp, like sax overblown.
Like you want to use a broken sax.
Yeah.
We'll go to Yamaha, get a student sax.
Throw it off a building. Step on some reeds a bit and then put them in.
Duct tape it a bit. We're good to go. Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right, when we try that,
I need to check out is it Balto sax?
Yeah.
His setup, and just be like, okay, check him out on Facebook if you'll know what I mean.
Yeah, or it's like gent already, like. Like for the B section, that's kind of a nice interlude.
So yeah, like this. Okay.
Imagine actually, because if we're doing that, like that's like the end, and then it becomes like a bass solo playing the head, like.
It's all reversal.
Yeah. But I actually thought that because it's diminished, it like
it kind of works.
Lends its way well to that. Yeah.
I don't mind it at all. It's very different.
Yeah, super different to what we usually do. Yeah. It's just it's because like the B section to me makes more sense than like the A section, like from bar 23 or whatever it is. But I just don't know what to do with that section.
Yeah. Or you could make it like.
Or maybe what we just did could be like the outro.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
after whatever's
I don't
happened.
expect it to be the whole thing.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
But then, I wouldn't. Expect something kind of in similar vein. Maybe not over like the over. Say like for the head. You know.
Well, we
like-
could just build up the whole song over time. It could be quiet at the start,
Yeah.
and we just
Yeah. There's actually there's this Tigran song that I'm thinking of the whole way. It's called I can show you guys that. It's called Drip, and it's very like it starts off where it's a bit like Greasy G.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like
yeah.
Like it's like neo soul.
That clunky kind of
Yeah.
Mm.
But then and then like as that theme progresses. And then like it kind of works its way up to the point. The like in that song, the sax doesn't come until like the slow gent stuff is about to happen. So like if like hypothetically it's like the thing we have a Jono.
Or if we have a guitar, heck
Yeah.
yeah. And then I just come in for like the crazy ending. Hectic.
Or even like then reverse go back like Tim could come in the B section in the nice bit as like just sexy sax. But yeah.
I think it would be cool if we utilized like having an extra musician and like put me in only for that outro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because like break the formula a little bit of what we do. You know?
Okay.
So then, okay. Then maybe we can just like, all right, for now we can just talk structure, see like how, you obviously here now so that we can just figure out a way to,
so if we're building into that, right, then I guess what we need to figure out is what we would do to start it.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, if we like, I'm assuming like we're gonna keep the tempo relatively around that pace, right? So like chill.
We can just do like a soft sort of like I was thinking of the same tempo and stuff, which is like just like everyone's soft and then just you can put out the hats.
I don't know.
I think kind of there. That I actually am thinking like that B section to be a different type Baltic because I like I just think
Yeah.
it's so draggy. Like,
Yeah, I
let's
agree.
play like that. But like, what I'm imagining is how we've done. I love how like now that we've done this for so long, we're just quoting our old tracks. I like how we like imagine Weight of the World.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
It's like like the like that section's like a bit slower, and then we kind of go into that like
yeah.
yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So then, if we before we get to that like middle section, we kind of like slow down ish, or like we have this big shh. Where like bass is playing that or something, you know. But
Okay.
conceptually,
something there.
Yeah.
Interesting ideas.
Yeah. I like the I think like after solos and then solo over 5, but like bring like
gent.
bring in the gent after the solo.
Okay.
Yeah. But then whoever's soloing is soloing over that like kind of slowed down like or whatever the groove is, you know.
Yeah.
And then fat snare, the the snare I'm talking.
Yeah.
The snare I'm thinking about.
Captain
Captain.
Featured in. Which videos have we used the bush snare in? I can't even remember. Was it Blue Mary's Blue?
Yeah.
Fat.
We've used it in others, I feel.
Yeah, but that's the one that
That's
comes
it.
to mind first.
Yeah. Old chonky boy.
Yeah.
I bet I'm gonna call it thwomp. Like,
Thwomp.
Thwomp.
the big thwomp. Like when it comes down, like
Thick boy thwomp. Thick boy thwomp.
big boy thwomp.
Sorry, I just had to.
Oh god! All right.
We better
Should
move
we
on
move
before
on
the
to
fan art
tune?
comes in. Oh dear! Don't do it. Don't draw it.
I would love to see it just for the lols.
Oh, please.
Oh, dude, that would be mad. Just like imagining the snare drum and the sides are all thwomp with the eyes and stuff, and then when it lands,
They frown.
DMX Goomba.
Oh goodness.
All right.
So tune number 3 is Trial of Time. Yeah, right. This one looks like shotgun, not the semiquavers.
Yeah, that should be it.
And then I got Old Boys, nice long goose eggs.
Yeah, like the melody actually comes in at 19. It's a very it's a very 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 short like melody, but compared to the other ones, this doesn't have that much material. Meaning we could like I don't know, we use
Conceptual.
Conception.
Hang on.
Doom doom.
Hang on a second.
That's a good name for a segment. Like
I said conceptual, but you know, I think conceptual is there because thick boy thwomp.
Conception's on the mind. Big boy thwomp.
I was thinking Inception, but like Conception.
Yeah.
Like, we can have a segment when like, oh, Conception. a riff within a riff.
Oh gosh.
All right. Oh man.
So, do you want me to play at 5 or 19?
Play. Come in at 7 for now.
7. Okay. Yeah.
Right, ready? short.
Yeah, super short. I kind of got like Fire Emblem vibes. I don't know why, but like,
Which
Conquest.
yeah,
I get exactly where you're coming from.
yeah. I don't know. I was just like when the melody came in, I just got like Conquest vibes. Yeah, I was like, oh, like not necessarily doing the same thing, but just like it reminded me of that. I'm like, oh,
the feeling when the melody comes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Or maybe we can think more like Dick Gumshoe vibes. I don't know how,
yeah.
but like, because that was like not a lot happening in that. Yeah, that was another SMJ season 1. Hey, yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Way back.
I just
how's
don't
it
know
go?
what the.
Dick Gumshoe.
Yeah.
It was based off
Dun,
the.
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. And there was that bit in the middle of. Dun,
I had that cool like.
dun, 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 dun. And the rest was that like that. That was Dick Gumshoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about. Yeah, cool.
It's kind of like open-y, like just like very, kind of. Yeah.
Space.
Yeah, I'm thinking space. But I'm just trying to think like what ties. Because it's just like, it looks like just minims descending from whatever is like the.
I think so. The way I'm thinking of interpreting it, because like there's a lot of that, the minim stuff where someone plays that, but then someone like free solos over it as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the melody should definitely be doubled. Like the melody should definitely be like.
Oh, you double it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if this is like blasphemy or whatever, but I'd definitely go like the semiquaver intro, like however many bars we decide to do, straight into the melody at 19, which is doubled, and then use that
as a bridgey.
as a kind of like to break up before we come back into melody or whatever it is that we kind of do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm imagining structure wise.
Yeah.
To make more sense of it.
I like that too. I'm also thinking, it might be crazy, but I want to do the melody in like half time. So as in like, because for the style that we're going for, like. I wanted like to be double that.
Yeah, okay.
And then
Yeah,
whatever freedom.
Yeah.
Because then that gives us a lot more time to either as a plus or an alternative to like doubling the head.
I actually like that idea better instead of doubling the head.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, like you guys, like I'm playing at half, like whatever you guys are doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you get more time to. One thing that worked really well with Conquest is how that melody is very long. Like, how's it?
I remember. I just remember it being fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I mean, there's moments of it where there's a lot of held notes, but under the.
Yeah.
I just like how it sits underneath. Yeah. So let's try that. Let's try the idea of like we start with the arpeggios at the beginning,
Yep.
and then when Tim comes in, it's the melody, but at half,
Mm.
or it's at half time. Oh.
Yeah, no, like you guys.
It's elongated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like whatever tempo you guys sit at.
It'll be the same tempo, but yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you can solo over this.
Yeah. Okay.
Bit dizzy.
Like, I think that feels nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably like bring it back a little bit in the solo, like drums wise.
Yeah. And start off a bit
yeah.
sparser. Yeah.
Mallets.
Mallets.
Ooh.
Yeah, mallets.
Yo. Yes, I do.
But I like that feel for the melody.
Yeah.
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 Can you do a whole groove on no cymbals?
Probably.
Like for the solo section?
Oh.
Well, yeah. that dude, that
Yeah, cool.
felt really.
Yeah, it feels fun.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
That's sick.
That'd be so sick. And then like even it like bass wouldn't come in till halfway, you know, and then cymbals wouldn't come until like eventually it'll build all the way until
Build up, yeah.
That'd be cool,
Yeah.
empty to solo over and stuff.
Heck yeah, man. I'm
Very
digging
well.
it. I'm digging
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
I don't want to do anything else to this. Like,
Yeah,
as much as like, I don't know how we're going for time, but that was like, yeah, it felt good.
This might be for all the craziness the other two were.
Like, I think my favorites are this and one. Like the first one we did, Vance, Sid,
Yeah,
Marin. But like, hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this
nice.
is good.
Good feel.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, thanks to all those who've joined in, whether it's live. You can catch it live if you're a patron. Otherwise, for all of those who've watched it on YouTube, next month we'll be covering the music of FF9, one of my favorite games of all time. So I'm looking forward to that. If you want to watch SMJ, don't forget you could be on our Patreon and support us.
Definitely you can support us there. Top tier, which is platinum, you get to watch it live and help us arrange. Silver tier, you get to submit game suggestions for us to cover in SMJ, and anyone that is a patron gets to vote on what they want to see. So that's the best way to kind of get involved, and feel free to comment on what tunes you liked from today's episode. And yeah, I guess we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah. Thanks everyone. See you next month.
See you next
See ya.
month, guys.